Hello everyone, Jolene from Chill Lifestyle. So yes or no pick a card reading today. You've got 4 piles, choose a question, think very carefully, and then we'll get you a yes or no to whatever that is. However, I need to talk to you about something. If you want to skip ahead, go ahead, look in the description, you can choose a pile and off you go. But tarot readings are not meant to give you a definite outcome. Most tarot readings are a possibility. Okay, I want love. Well, there is a soulmate for you. I want money. Well, there is money for you. The universe is like the big genie. Okay, as you rub the bottle and ask for it, the universe genie pops up and says, your wish is my command. But the problem is we want to skip to the good part. We want the soulmate relationship. We want to be rich. We want to be healthy. We don't want to do the work. You want love, the universe says, awesome. Download Tinder, I'll get you a date by tonight. They're not going to give you a soulmate love. They're going to give you a love. Anyone out there who's just as desperate as you are, the problem is they're desperate for love. You're desperate for love. One of you is going to be giving more love to the other. And the other person is going to take more than the other. So it's not an equal love. It's a desperate love. You want a job? Awesome. Go on this website. I'll get you a job by the end of this week. That person feels your desperation. They love. Remember, a boss, he owns the company. He is making the money. You are working for him. So he doesn't want an employee who wants to earn good money and someone who knows their worth. Why would he want that? Because then he'll have to pay you more than what he is going to get. He needs to take more. So you will get a job, but that job will be beneficial for him if you are desperate. Okay? They want you to be desperate because then he can treat you, they can treat you as they wish because they know that you are needing that job. So be very aware when you ask tarot cards, am I going to get a job? And the answer is yes. Listen to the explanation around it. It's your choice. I don't tell you what to do, but Spirit wants you to know that there's no quick fix. You want to skip to the good part. You need to understand that your vibration meets that part. You want to be healthy, but you don't want to do the work. You don't want to lose weight. You don't, I don't want to eat that food. I just want a tablet that's going to fix me. Doesn't happen that way. That tablet will eventually lead to another health problem. And down the line, you may have a solution right now, but down the line, it is worse. So Spirit guides will never tell you, don't take that, don't go to the doctor, don't do this, don't go there, don't. They're just going to go, your wish is my command. But you will not fear the consequences of that choice. So normally they'll say, your wish is my command. You want to have that? Here it is. However, I don't suggest it. Listen to what they're not suggesting. The reason why I'm doing EFT tapping is most of us listen to our conscious mind. And our conscious mind is the ego that speaks like a boomer in our head. Okay? It says, don't trust it. Trust the doctor. Trust the Tinder. Trust, just get a job. Trust that. The subconscious mind speaks a little bit softer and says, there is another way. There is a better person. There is a better way for earning money. But we don't know how to listen to that mind. And so EFT tapping acknowledges it's like an alcoholic. Hi, I'm an alcoholic. Hi, I am desperate for love. And then it helps us go through the stages of how we can find good love, good job, better job, or a career where you can be your own boss. Okay, so let's understand that you can skip to the good part in life, but you're not fear the consequences of that part if you're not in alignment with it. You will have 10 million boyfriends or girlfriends before you find the soulmate because you haven't realized that you have to heal the reasons why you're desperate for love. You should only be wanting love when you are able to love yourself first. And then someone comes along and matches that vibe. Okay, so I have to tell this to people because we're in a state right now where the world is going nuts. Don't even have to explain that. Okay, I've been warning. If you've been on my channel, I've been warning this for a long time. This is a revolution, okay? When Pluto moved into Aquarius, I said to people years ago that this is a revolution. The last one was a French Revolution and the American Civil War. This is when humans are fighting humans. It's exactly what is happening. So you've got a choice right now of running around with the fear and adding to the fear and talking to everyone about the fear, or disconnecting and going, I can't control it, therefore I will allow the universe to step in when they need to step in. But sometimes people have to fight it out. We have to get rid of the drama before we can fix it. Again, the universe has to heal, the world has to heal the anars before they can get there. We're not going to skip to the good part. Anyway, after that very long introduction, I hope this has helped someone to understand why you have to heal before you get what you want, why I offer EFT tapping sessions, why I am also a life coach, because I want to help you get there. Get into your selection. These are your 4 piles. Okay, so pile number 1, it is a rose quartz. Pile number 2 is a red jasper. Pile number 3 is a bloodstone, and pile number 4 is a blue obsidian. Take your time, pause the video now in order to make your selection. If you have chosen pile number 1, then this is your reading. Pile number 1, this may not resonate for everyone, but I am getting, this is for someone who started off in a situation that felt very good in the beginning, okay? It was quite positive. It made you feel really happy. This could have been love, marriage, something, okay? But it's something that's sort of really, really great. However, it felt like there was an imbalance. In the beginning, you were trying to balance up, or your situation needed more balance in order to work, and it felt like there was a little bit of teamwork. However, this led to arguments, perhaps legal situation, or indecisiveness, okay? Someone was not giving what the other person was, okay? And adjust that to your situation. So it felt good. It felt like it was working out. It led to something that felt quite stable in the beginning. And then it felt like perhaps someone was not putting in the effort or giving back to a situation as much as the other person was, okay? If it's in a job situation, then this was, someone was not living up to the promises in the career or the job, or it felt like you were putting in more work than what you were getting out. Okay, so that's what it is. It's putting in more but not getting out the same. And this leads or has led to a massive change, okay? So perhaps you've broken up, you've got divorced, you've lost the job, okay? Or you needed to move in order to make better, something like that, okay? Feels like your intuition was spot on all along. You did not listen to your intuition because you wanted to believe, because it felt so good, because it felt so happy. You wanted to believe this person or this job or this situation to be correct, okay? And then it feels like, so take it as it resonates again, that there's some kind of sabotage. This person started to lie or try to skim by without putting much effort in. Maybe you, and you've got to be honest with yourself, no one else out there is going to help you except for yourself. Maybe you try to skim by without putting in much effort, okay? There's definitely a situation here where one person is putting in loads of effort and someone else is trying to get away with very little effort, okay? And this led to problems in the situation. It feels like you are at a crossroads right now, okay? A crossroads of an important decision. This is an obstacle that is in your way of moving forward because you're worried about a death, an ending, a loss, okay? You're worried about grief, bad news, fear, or health problems. However, the only thing that's standing in your way right now is yourself. It's your emotional blocks. Your intuition is telling you what to do. You're just not listening or don't want to listen. There is a situation where there's a possible friend, someone who's trying to help you, someone who wants to give you advice, and it could lead to something more successful or something that's more stable. However, again, it does feel like there's an obstacle, and it is a choice in your situation. Okay, it is a decision that you need to make, and maybe you know that this leads to a health problem or a massive loss or fear, and so you may be at the crossroads of making that decision right now, which is possibly why you are here. Okay, there is better things on the other end of making this decision. So the answer to your question, pile number one, it is a yes. And I do believe it is a yes. It is time for you to leave behind a situation that is no longer working for you, a situation that's not going to help you in the long run. It's not going to help your health. It's not going to help your path to success. It's not going to help if you're wanting love, because this is not a giving situation. It's like too much of one thing and too little of something else. It is an out of balance situation. So if you're asking if you should leave or not do something or go away or move or get divorced or do some kind of major life change, the answer to your question is yes. Thank you very much and goodbye. Welcome if you chose pile number 2 with the red jasper. This is a very interesting pile number 2. So if you've been on my channel, you will know that this is different every week. I shuffle these cards. They get messed up, reshuffled, different piles. Never ever do I generally get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all in the same suit. But you did, okay? And just to let you know that your pile finished last, which means all the other piles were finished before your pile, which means there's no chances of this just being random. We start off with the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is all about truth. Okay. The truth is then followed by the Two of Swords, which is not seeing the truth or not wanting to see the truth because it's a difficult situation, or it means that you are dividing yourself in another, and this is not easy, which leads to the Three of Swords, which is some form of heartache, loss, stress, or receiving bad news. So you did not want to see a situation, you did not want to see the truth, and this perhaps leads to some kind of massive change in your life, which means an ending, a sadness, but it also does bring on the upside a new beginning. Because when you take time to rest, to meditate, to pray, to remove yourself from the situation, you will see that your troubles are almost over, but you will see the truth for what it is. And you will see that it's time to leave behind what you currently know. This is a situation in your life that has to come to an end. A moving on from fighting, a moving on from drama, a moving on from pain, a relocation, an end of a relationship. What you currently know has to end. The life that you are living is not going to be the same, okay? You have to take responsibility over the situation for the truth. Okay, that's at least what you can do, is at least admit to the truth, whatever that is for you. When you take responsibility, you are allowing the universe to bring in something that's more in alignment with the truth. Okay, and this is something that is more equal. This is something that is more balanced. Okay, you were let down by the situation. Again, it created pain. Okay, you thought you had it done, you thought you had the answers, and it let you down, and it's created confusion, and it's created the feeling of, what do I do? Well, it's quite simple. The answer to your question in this pile is you. You are the ultimate answer. Do you put yourself first, or do you put other people or situations above you because you feel like that's something you have to do? If I want friends, I have to do this. If I want love, I have to do this. If I want work, I have to do this. But where have you been? So what spirit guides are doing is they might be pulling something away from you in order for you to recognize what you need. Not what others need, what you think you need, but what you actually need. What is nourishing for you, okay? Now, there could be some kind of travel or communication coming in as well. Just be aware of negative people, people who try to hold you back, people who try to use manipulation tactics in order for you to do something. So you may want to leave a situation, but have manipulation, someone who's quite cruel, or someone who plays games. You know, the minute they feel like, if this is a love situation, the minute they feel like you're leaving, they use like love tactics, love bombing, flirt with you, anything, make you feel like they're interested, just to keep you in this stuck loop situation. What you are wanting is something that's more solid, something that's more loyal, something that's more generous, something that is better. But sometimes we believe that we are in the right thing because we put others above us. So the answer to your question is a no. You have to put yourself first, pile number 2. You've got to put your needs first, and you deserve better. You deserve, and it's so funny. This has been staring me at the face. You suffer with codependency. You're addicted to doing things for other people because you are codependent to what other people think of you. You are codependent to wanting love, that you are willing to give away everything of yourself in order to have that, in order to have appreciation, in order for people to like you. You are willing to give up things that is going to lead to something not so great. But what this is doing, it's not a punishment. It is forcing you to actually say, you know what? This is the truth. I have to now face it. You cannot skip to the good part. You need to go listen to my intro, because this is a pile that maybe wants to skip to the good part, but doesn't want to do the work that is necessary to have the outcome that they are wanting. Okay? Your intuition is the biggest part here. Use that to guide you. So this is a no, and that is why. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye. If you chose the bloodstone, then this is your reading, or pile number 3. Pile number 3, I'm getting the fact that there is a lot of solid stuff coming in your way, okay? This could be news that comes in that's really going to make you feel quite happy and more grounded. It's something to ground you in a wish that you've always wanted. It's like you've had a wish, but it's been sitting up there, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And this is creating stress and anxiety in your life, but it's coming, okay? When, I can't tell you, but it is coming. I am really getting the fact that this is about bringing something together, or asking you to spend quality time with other people while you're waiting. Don't sit in a stressful situation. Change is coming. In the meantime, learn a new hobby, go out and play a new sport, go meet new people. Fate will step in and will change things for you. So you don't have to do much, pile number 3. It's just a matter of spend quality time with people, meet new people, go out there, learn new stuff, be more creative, because the solid stuff that you're wanting, the wishes that you've been wanting, it is going to become in alignment, okay? The more you take care of yourself, the more you take care of your children, the more you take care of your family, the more you take care of the needs that are most important to you, the quicker this will come into alignment. So this is a big positive, yes. There's nothing for you to do except for to take care of yourself, to nourish yourself, to nourish your loved ones, and anything that is great. Go out and have fun, because the good news will be coming in, okay? Stay true to yourself. That's all Spirit Guides are saying. Says true to yourself, let go of the stress, go out and have fun. Your wishes are coming into alignment. That is all I can say. This is the quickest reading because it is a very positive yes. If you chose pile number 4, or the obsidian stone, this is your reading. Pile number 4, I have to laugh. Do you continuously choose pile number 4? Because almost every single time, the 6 of Cups seems to come in your reading. And the 6 of Cups is very much, it says peace and harmony, working well together to overcome obstacles. But this is really about your past life, past people, childhood, inner child wounding, something about your your childhood love, childhood friends, childhood upbringing. Really has got to do with this pile. Do you need to fix your inner child? Perhaps you really need to look at your past. Okay, this is really important for pile number 4 because it keeps coming up. And if I'm wrong, I doubt it, because I really do feel like it keeps coming up. And again, this could be something to do with your inner child, where you felt left out, not accepted, had to deal with poverty or fear or lack.
And it does feel like this is something about this childhood area is the reason why your life is the way it is. You've had to learn how to come together with other people. You've had to learn to find your true people. You've had to learn to find yourself amongst everything that's been going on in your world. You've had to learn how to bring in your own security and stability into your life without needing other people to help you along the way. It does feel like unexpected stuff is coming your way, something that's really great, something that leads to success, having money or stability in your life. However, it does feel like you need to become more positive, more charismatic, not get drawn into drama or upsets, and rather to turn your pain into gain is what I'm getting. You need to trust the universe. You need to trust yourself. The influential people around you, someone who could really help you. This could be a past person or something from your past life. But it does feel like you sometimes need to stand up for yourself, learn to stand your ground, learn to, but don't be defensive. There's a big difference between too defensive and pushing people back with your aggression or aggressive tone, learning to be more compassionate towards people, but not when it, but still having boundaries. The boundaries are important for you, but not being too defensive, okay? It does feel like the situation, the stress, the anxiety, it's coming to an end. You will soon find better things are coming your way. There is communication coming. You don't have to avoid disappointment. Things are going to come for you, okay? You just have to be honest with yourself. That's all. The answer to your question, it's a yes, okay? I don't see any negativity here, except for perhaps, again, working on yourself. And that is it. That's it. Quick and easy. Comment, like, and subscribe, please. Thank you and goodbye.